नमस्कार दोस्तों, कभी स्टेट वेज की बस में ट्रैवल किया है आपने? पहले तो लोग अंदर जाने के लिए लड़ते हैं और जब एक बार अंदर पहुंच जाते हैं तो बाहर वालों को अंदर आने से रोकने के लिए उनको समझ आता है कि यह हमारा शेयर्ड इंटरेस्ट है। यही कुछ होता है सिटीजनशिप के साथ दोस्तों। एक बार आपको किसी देश की सिटीजनशिप मिल गई तो आप चाहते हो कि बाहर वाले अंदर ना आएँ और इल्लीगली तो बिल्कुल ना आएँ। यही होता है दुनिया में। अगर आप अपने आजू बाजू देखिए तो कुछ ऐसे देश हैं जिनके पास रिसोर्सेज ज़्यादा हैं, नौकरियां अच्छी हैं, वे ऑफ लाइफ बहुत अच्छा है, स्टैंडर्ड ऑफ लिविंग काफ़ी हाई है, सारे लोग वहाँ भागना चाहते हैं। नेशनलिज्म, पेट्रियोटिज्म कई बार भूल कर भी। बाकी कुछ देश ऐसे भी हैं जहाँ पे परसिक्यूटेड माइनॉरिटीज़ हैं, इसलिए वो वहाँ से भागना चाहती हैं किसी दूसरे देश की तरफ। ये सारे मुद्दे हैं सिटीजनशिप से रिलेटेड और भारत में भी ये मुद्दे कई बार निकल कर आए हैं, बहुत कंट्रोवर्सी किए हैं। नेशनल रजिस्टर ऑफ सिटीज़न देखें या फिर 2019 का अमेंडमेंट देखें, सिटीजनशिप अमेंडमेंट एक्ट, काफ़ी कंट्रोवर्सीज़ हुई हैं। ये सब कंट्रोवर्सीज़ का जो ओरिजिन है वो तो संविधान में दिया हुआ है। उन सब के बारे में आज अपन पढ़ेंगे कि कहाँ से ये कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ सिटीजनशिप ओरिजिनेट हुआ है। पार्ट 2 ऑफ द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन फ्रॉम आर्टिकल 5 to Article 11. Welcome to SRIRAM IAS. I am Mayank Sir. Welcome to this series of Mastering Indian Polity in 40 days. Today our topic is citizenship. Let's dive deep and see what's there for us. So this is our country and citizenship under the Indian Constitution is there in varied ways, shapes and forms, and provisions are there. We are going to study all of them. See, our country is a very diversified country. There are many religions, many customs, faiths, and genders. Not only male and female, but LGBTQ is also there. Then castes are there, races are there, creeds are there. Everything is very diversified. Language is very, very diversified. Citizenship is a great equalizing factor among all this diversity. You have to understand this. ये जो एक equalizing factor है ये बहुत ज़रूरी है समाज में stability लाने के लिए, समाज में equality maintain करने के लिए। कुछ चीज़ तो ऐसी होगी which is beyond religion, race, caste, sex, place of birth, और वो है दोस्तों citizenship. Citizenship बहुत important है। सिटीजनशिप होने से, फुल और इक्वल सिटीजनशिप आपके पास होने से आप सिविल, पॉलिटिकल, सोशल सारे राइट्स को फॉलो कर सकते हैं। राइट्स तो आपको मिलते हैं, सॉरी ड्यूटीज आपको कुछ ऐसी होती हैं जो आपको यू आर ऑब्लाइज्ड बाय दैट, बट राइट्स यू गेट दैट। सोशल राइट्स, पॉलिटिकल राइट्स, cultural rights, all kind of rights are available to the citizens who are the full and the equal citizens of the country. ये बहुत ज़रूरी है समझना कि कुछ फंडामेंटल राइट्स जो पार्ट 3 में दिए गए हैं इंडियन सिटीजन्स को, उसमें से कुछ ऐसे हैं जो सिर्फ सिटीजन्स के लिए हैं, अपन वो भी पढ़ेंगे आज। सम ऑफ देम आर ऑल्सो एक्सटेंडेड टू एलियंस, बट मैनी ऑफ देम आर गिवन ओनली टू द सिटीजन्स। तो आई होप यू आर अंडरस्टैंडिंग द वैल्यू ऑफ योर सिटीजनशिप, योर इंडियन सिटीजनशिप। कुछ ऐसे पोस्ट्स भी हैं भाई, जैसे अगर आपको चुनाव लड़ना है तो यू हैव टू बी द सिटीजन ऑफ इंडिया। भाई कोई बाहर का आदमी आके तो यहाँ चुनाव नहीं लड़ेगा ना। सो बहुत सारी पोस्ट्स हैं, आपको IAS का एग्ज़ाम देना है उसके लिए भी आप सिटीजन ऑफ इंडिया होने चाहिए। सो लेट्स डाइव डीप एंड सी व्हाट इज़ देयर फॉर अस। सो सिटीजनशिप ग्रांट्स फुल सिविल एंड पॉलिटिकल राइट्स। ये तो बात अपन ने कर ली है। सिविल राइट्स अलग अलग तरह के, आपकी लिबर्टी, आपका फ्रीडम, पॉलिटिकल राइट्स जहाँ पर आपको वोट डालने के राइट्स हैं, पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज बनाने के राइट्स हैं, पॉलिटिकल पार्टी को ज्वाइन करने के राइट्स हैं, इलेक्शन लड़ने के राइट्स हैं, एंड कल्चरल राइट्स गिवन टू द माइनॉरिटीज। ऑल दिस थिंग्स आर गिवन टू द सिटीजन्स ऑफ द कंट्री। In one or the other way, this citizenship brings equality in the society despite of all the kind of diversity which the Indian population has. So the population is divided into citizens and aliens. Now there is also a concept called enemy aliens. Now enemy aliens वो होते हैं दोस्तों जो enemy country से belong करते हैं। ये उस देश के नागरिक होते हैं जो hostile है इंडिया के अगेंस्ट, which is hostile to India and its interest. उनको कहते हैं enemy alien. इनको किसी तरह के राइट्स नहीं दिए जाते, मैं आपको बता दूं। राइट्स जो है, फंडामेंटल राइट्स जो है वो सिटीजन्स को और सिर्फ एलियंस को, मीन्स those people who are not the citizens of India and also does not come into the category of enemy aliens, उन्हीं को दिए जाते हैं। फॉर एग्जाम्पल राइट टू इक्वालिटी या फिर आर्टिकल 21 राइट टू लाइफ एंड पर्सनल लिबर्टी। भाई जीने का अधिकार तो सबको है। अब कोई व्यक्ति मान लीजिए किसी विदेशी देश से बाहर भारत आया, यूरोपियन किसी कंट्री से, मान लीजिए कोई ब्रिटेन का नागरिक भारत आया, तो जीने का अधिकार तो उसको भी है। तो हाउ कैन वी रिजर्व दिस particular important fundamental right of right to life and personal liberty only to the Indian citizens? It has to be extended to other people also who are not the citizens of India, but there are several rights which are only given to the citizens of India. That is something you have to understand. Moving on, citizens have exclusive rights under article 15, 16, 19, 29 and 30. Now these are very important rights. If you see, the state must not discriminate anybody, any citizen on the basis of religion, race, caste, sex and place of birth. That is what is written under article 15. It is a subset of article number 14, which in one or the other way establishes equality in our society. Right to life, right to equality, equality before law or equal protection of law. Both the concepts are there. It's a broader concept which establishes equality in the society. But there are particular grounds which are given, which are very near and dear to our country, and we have seen discrimination over a long period of time in the historical past, the educational and the social backwardness of few classes because of that discrimination on the basis of religion, race, caste, sex and place of birth. And the state, the Indian state, which is a democratically elected government, and you know article 12, if you have, we are going to study article 12 also in the coming lectures. In that, you will study the concept of state, and that state must not discriminate anybody, any citizen of India on the basis of religion, race, caste, sex and place of birth. बहुत ज़रूरी है दोस्तों, ध्यान में रखने वाली बात है, लगातार ध्यान में रखिए। दूसरी चीज़, आर्टिकल नंबर 16, in the matter of public employment there shall not be any kind of discrimination, and especially the discrimination must not be there on the basis of religion, race, caste, sex, place of birth, descent, origin and things like that. Again, this article is extended to the citizens of India. It has not been given to the aliens. Similarly, article number 19, which gives freedom. So 6 kind of freedoms are given. Freedom of speech and expression, of movement, of association, of business. You can start any business of your liking. You can move anywhere in the country. You can settle anywhere in the country. You can form associations. That is the basic right where you can form political organizations also, and assembly. Peaceful assembly is allowed. All these freedoms come under the article of the fundamental rights, article 19 of the constitution, and they are very important for the growth of the individual. Very important, because until and unless you have liberty, which is one of the most cherished right, cherished value of the human beings, until and unless you have liberty, you won't be able to be creative, you cannot be innovative, and that is the reason article 19 is a very important right, but it is only extended to the citizens of India, not to the non-citizens or aliens. Similarly, several cultural rights are also given to the minorities. Indian constitution recognizes the linguistic and the religious minorities in India, and several rights have also been extended to them under article 29 and 30. They can start their own and establish their own educational institute, which is very important to protect their culture. Now that happens only when the citizens have full and equal citizenship of the country. The cultural dominance of one majority over the cultural dominance or over the culture of the another minority is not permitted in our country. It will be violative of equality, and that is the reason why several rights has been extended to the minorities. Cultural rights have been extended to the minorities also to protect their culture. And these institutions which are established by these minorities, although they cannot give religious instruction if they are funded by the government, but if they are not funded by the government and are established by these minorities, these religious instructions can be given. That is another important element for you to understand. Now moving on, there are certain government offices which are also reserved for citizens. What can they be? Like the President of India, the Vice President of India, the Prime Minister, the members of the Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, members of the legislative assemblies. They are all reserved for Indians. Local governments, you want to become an officer of the government or officer of any state government in India, those posts are reserved for citizens only. Now, I hope you are getting and understanding the importance of citizenship in the country. Full and equal citizenship is paramount for your survival because they are directly attached to the rights which are given to you. And rights, again, they are paramount for your innovation, for your creativity, for your growth. Moving on. So the constitutional provision we are going to see, Article 5 to Article number 11 of the Constitution mentions about citizenship. This is given under Part 2 of the Indian Constitution. Now you must understand that at the commencement of the Constitution, the date on which the Constitution commenced was 26th of January 1950. So on this date, which we celebrate as our Republic Day, on this date in the year 1950, who will be the citizen of India? That is the question which was solved by part number 2 of the Indian Constitution. Now what will happen after 26th January 1950? Look at Article number 11. Article number 11 clearly says that any law related to the citizenship will be made by the Parliament, and it is upon the Parliament to decide whom to give the citizenship and who should be terminated, or whose citizenship should be taken away. So Parliament has whole sole authority over the matters of citizenship. It comes under the Union list, and that is Article number 11 which empowers the Parliament to do so, and that is the reason why Parliament has enacted the Citizenship Act of 1955. Now the Citizenship Act of 1955 has been amended about 5 times, and recently in 2019 when there arose a controversy because of an amendment. We are going to discuss that also, but let us discuss these articles one by one. Article number 5, citizenship by birth or domicile. Anybody who is born in India to the Indian parents will be the citizen of India, and sometimes at that point we are talking about 26th of January 1950 and before that. To the Indian parents or not to the Indian parents does not matter, will be the citizen of India. I hope you are getting it. Then domicile. If the person is domiciled in India, means they have their permanent home in India and have been living in India from last 5 years, again they can be given the citizenship. And they were given the citizenship, I should say, because we are talking about a time in past, before 26th January 1950, because we have to decide on the commencement of the Constitution who will be the citizen of India. भैया 26 जनवरी 1950 के दिन कौन कौन भारत का नागरिक है, यही डिसाइड किया था आर्टिकल नंबर 5 से लेकर आर्टिकल नंबर 11 ने। और आर्टिकल नंबर 11 ने पार्लियामेंट को ये पावर दे दी थी कि आज के बाद आफ्टर 26 ऑफ जनवरी 1950 किसी भी तरह के मुद्दे सिटीजनशिप से रिलेटेड आते हैं तो पूरी होलसोल अथॉरिटी और पावर है पार्लियामेंट के पास लॉ बनाने के लिए. Now the citizenship by birth and domicile was given to the people. I hope you have understood. Anybody who was born in India was born to the Indian parents, and domiciled means thinking India to be their permanent home, were given the citizenship of India. Now these people can also come from outside and have been living in India from 5 years, thinking India to be their home. That is what is the meaning of the word domicile, a permanent home. They are living here with the intention that I want to make India as my country, as my homeland, as my motherland. When they are living there with that intention, then the citizenship was given to those people. At least 5 years they have to stay in India, and they would have stayed in India. We are talking about all the people who have got the citizenship because of the domicile. Article number 6, citizenship for migrants from Pakistan. So unfortunately the country was divided into two parts on the basis of religion, and few people who were Hindus were migrating, and also Muslims, many Muslims also migrated from Pakistan to India, who didn't wanted Pakistan to be their home, and they wanted and were watching India as their future country. And that is the reason why many of the people who migrated from Pakistan have to be given citizenship. So all the people who migrated from Pakistan before July 19th of July 1948 were directly, without asking any question, was given the citizenship. This date is very important, you must understand that. Before 19th of July 1948, anybody who entered India from Pakistan was given the citizenship. What happened on this day and after this date? If anybody comes on this day or after this date of 19th of July 1948, they have to come to India with the permission and the permit that they want to enter India with the sole purpose of becoming the citizen of India, and that permission will be given by an officer who was appointed by the government of India in Pakistan. तो एक ऑफिसर जिसको भारत की सरकार ने पाकिस्तान में बिठाया हुआ था, उससे आपको एक परमिशन लेटर लाना होगा कि मैं भारत इसलिए जा रहा हूं या जा रही हूं क्योंकि मेरे को भारत की नागरिकता चाहिए. और ये कब होगा? या तो 19 जुलाई 1948 को या उसके बाद. इससे पहले क्या होगा? अगर आप देश में एंटर कर जाते हैं तो आपको सिटीजनशिप मिल जाएगी. ठीक है, आगे बढ़ते हैं. आर्टिकल 7 क्या बोलता है? सिटीजनशिप रूल्स फॉर दोज हु माइग्रेटेड टू पाकिस्तान. अब भाई देश का बंटवारा हुआ तो कुछ लोग यहां से पाकिस्तान भी चले गए थे. एनीबडी हु माइग्रेटेड टू पाकिस्तान आफ्टर 1 मार्च 1947, ये फिर से एक डेट है ये जो याद रखनी है, जरूरी है. 1 मार्च 1947, इस डेट के बाद जितने भी लोग पाकिस्तान में माइग्रेट करे हैं उनकी इंडियन सिटीजनशिप को खत्म कर दिया गया. They were not given the Indian citizenship. But what if they want to return? Then you again have to go to article number 6 and see this date. If they go to Pakistan after 1 March 1947, they ceased to become the Indian citizen. And if they want to come back from Pakistan to India, and if they come back before 19th of July 1948, they were given the citizenship again. But if they came after, on 19th of July or after 19th of July 1948, then they have to come up with a permission from the officer who was appointed by the Indian government in Pakistan for this very purpose. So I hope you are getting this. There were people who have migrated to Pakistan but wanted to come back. They were also given the citizenship. Article number 8 says that citizenship for Indians living abroad. There were many people who have migrated to other countries and were of Indian origin. What about them? When the country was made and the constitution commenced, a chance was given to them also that you can also become the citizen of this country. You can also become the citizen of India. and what you have to do is to just go to the Indian consulate and register yourself as the citizen of India, and you will be given the Indian citizenship. So a chance was extended to the people living abroad. Article number 9, no dual citizenship. So there is this concept of single citizenship in India. We are not like the United States, which gives the dual citizenship. One citizenship is there for the central government, and the another citizenship is there for the states. In India, there is the concept of single citizenship. Again, the second thing which this article wants to convey is something else. The article wants to convey that you cannot hold the citizenship of two countries at the same time. That simply means if you are the citizen of India, then you can only be citizen of India and the citizen of no other country. If you have to become citizen of some other country and you want to renounce Indian citizenship, you can do that. But India will not allow you to hold Indian citizenship when you have taken the citizenship of some other country. अगर किसी दूसरे देश की citizenship आपने ले ली है तो आप भारत के नागरिक नहीं बन सकते, ये साफ साफ लिखा हुआ है और ये बात अभी भी लागू होती है. We have the concept of single citizenship in our country, not dual citizenship. Article number 12, citizenship continues unless revoked. ये फिर से पार्लियामेंट को पावर देने वाला एक आर्टिकल है कि भाई एक बार आपको सिटीजनशिप मिल गई भारत की तो वो चलती रहेगी, वो आपके पास रहेगी until parliament brings some law which suggests otherwise. अगर उस लॉ के तहत ऐसा समझ में आया कि आपकी जो सिटीजनशिप है वो खारिज हो रही है, देन वो खारिज होगी. बट जब तक वो लॉ नहीं आता है, एक बार आपको सिटीजनशिप मिली तो वो आपको मिलती रहेगी, वो आपकी सिटीजनशिप बनी रहेगी. So that is what is article number 10. And article number 11 empowers the parliament. The parliament regulates the citizenship law. And that is the reason why parliament has passed the Citizenship Act of 1955, which then has been amended in 1986, 1992, 2003, then in 2015 also, and then finally last in 2019, which made a controversy around it. So what are the modes of acquiring citizenship according to the Citizenship Amendment, Citizenship Act of 1955? It was not the amendment, it was the original act passed in 1955 by the parliament. By birth. If you are born in India with Indian parents, now there have been some dates which you should remember, maybe ask in the examination, that if you are born in India, irrespective of the citizenship of your parents, so from 1950 to 1987, if you are born in India, you will be given citizenship of India. And it will not be asked whether your parents are Indians or not. From 1987 to 2004, one of your parent has to be the Indian citizen. One of your parent has to be Indian citizen. Here, you were not even asked whether your parents were Indian citizens or not. You were directly given the citizenship just because you were born in the country. And from 2004 till now, that both of your parents have to be the citizens of India, then only if your birth is in India, you will be given the citizenship. I hope you are getting it. And if one of your parents is a citizen, then the other parent should not be an illegal migrant into India. So basically, to remember this, here one parent have to be the citizen of India, either mother or father, and here both of them have to be the citizen of India. Now by descent, the people who were born abroad to the Indian parents, think about a situation. If a person is born today and the parents are of Indian origin and the boy or a girl is born in the United States, what if that little boy and a girl wants to, parents wants to have that little and a boy and a girl to have the citizenship of India? then they have to go to the Indian consulate and register the birth of that little baby, and then through this process that baby gets the citizenship of India. That is what is citizenship by descent. Registration for foreign national with Indian ties. There are several people who can register as the citizen of India. 7 years they have to live here. 1 year prior to the registration they have to live here continuously, and then only they can become the citizen of India. By naturalization, it takes 12 years for a person. If a person has been living in India for 12 years with the single purpose that I am going to make India as my home, then that person through naturalization can get the citizenship of India. For 1 year before making the application, continuously for 1 year that person have to be in India, and in aggregate for 11 years the person have to be in India. In registration, the same limit is 7 years. And incorporation of the territory. So, Goa, Pondicherry, Sikkim, those are some territories which were incorporated into India, and the whole population got the Indian citizenship. If Indian government tomorrow incorporates another territory through this particular provision, citizenship can also be provided to the people of that territory, Indian citizenship. So, these are 5 different ways, 5 different modes through which you can acquire the citizenship of India, and all are mentioned in the Citizenship Act of 1955 passed by the Indian Parliament. You can also lose your citizenship. There are several ways such as renunciation. If you voluntarily surrender your citizenship, think about a person who have got Indian citizenship through registration. Now this person was a foreigner and the person renunciates or voluntarily surrenders the citizenship of India. Okay, then you can go back to your country, no issues. So this is one way how you can lose your citizenship. Second is termination, acquiring another country's citizenship. See, we have discussed that the concept of dual citizenship does not work in India. If you go and take the citizenship of another country, then your Indian citizenship is automatically suspended. India will not give you the citizenship of India when you have taken the citizenship of any other country. I hope you are getting this. And the third one is deprivation. Through means which are corrupt means, which are not moral means, if you try to take the citizenship of India. By, see this, in naturalization you need to be here for 12 years, 1 year before making the application. Continuously you have to live in India. In registration you have to be here for 7 years, and if you try to submit documents which are false through fraudulent means, then what will happen? You will be deprived of your citizenship. So these are several ways through which you can lose your citizenship. Now citizenship defines rights and responsibilities. They equally distributes these rights and responsibilities to the citizens. If you are the citizen of India, then you have several rights which will be given to you equally to all, and at the same time the responsibilities on your shoulder will be there, which will also be equally distributed among all. Indian Constitution provides clear rules on citizenship. Parliament has the power to amend the citizenship law, and citizenship is crucial for the national identity and governance. So these are important points, friends, but what has happened in the amendment to the Citizenship Act in 2019, if you remember, this has created a huge controversy in the country. There were resentment between two important religions in the country, and also the Indian government was accused of favoring or sort of discriminating, rather than favoring, I should say discriminating against one particular religion. So all the persecuted minorities of 3 neighboring countries of India, Afghanistan, Pakistan and Bangladesh. They were allowed to come in India. Persecuted minorities. Now if you see, these 3 countries have majority religion as Islam. So Islam was definitely not a persecuted minority in these countries. And the people from Hinduism or Sikhism, Parsi, Jain, Buddhist, they were allowed to come in India. In total, 6 religions were allowed to come from these 3 countries. And if they have already entered India before 2014, 31st of December 2014, they were automatically given the citizenship. And that has created the controversy that how can you make any law or how can you amend the constitution in such a way where the basis of making a provision is religious in nature. If you have to give citizenship, it should be extended to Rohingya Muslims also who were there in Myanmar, but they were not given the citizenship because they are also persecuted minorities. So this was the controversy, but okay, life goes on, things moves on, and I hope the secular nature of the country remains as it is. It is secular, it will remain secular despite of all the petitions which are being filed in the Supreme Court against this word, to remove this word from preamble, but that's not happening because it's the basic structure of the constitution. So thank you very much for joining me in this lecture of citizenship. We are going to come again live for you so that you can master polity in 40 days with 40 lectures. And I hope you are watching these lectures. If you have any question, you can ask me in the comment section. Thank you very much and Jai Hind.